Hello and welcome everybody to another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arena Direct event. I'm Paul Cheon, and today we're going to be trying to win some play boosters of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, we did super well in Seal Deck in the previous iteration. We went 3 for 5 for the collector booster boxes, and so maybe we can win some regular play booster boxes to take home as well. Now, I'm recording this prior to qualifier weekend, but it will be coming out afterwards. Hopefully we have punched our ticket to the Arena Championship, but if not, well, maybe we can make up for it by winning a box in this event. Now, before we open this sealed deck, I do want to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want to just straight up purchase a play booster box of Ninja Turtles, or you wanted some singles for your constructed decks, check out TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, go to HeavyPlay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you're in the market for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, live pads, all that utilize their special magnetic technology so that all their products snap conveniently into place, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. All right, we got 8 rares. Are they any good? Oh, Don and Leo is really good. That's basically it. Raph and Leo, not so much. Leonardo's Technique, not so much. Colbert Road. Yeah, these rares are all kind of stinky. So we have Don and Leo. Going to be leaning on that heavily. Splinter can be interesting depending on the deck. And then, of course, if I have a bunch of green ramp cards, I can look to play the Krang. So we'll see what the rest of the packs give us. Taking a look at white. It looks pretty deep. Leonardo, Leader in Blue. Dimensional Exile. A couple of Uneasy Alliances. I do like Make Your Move in Sealed Deck. A lot of interaction, actually. 2, 3, 6 removal spells in white. Okay? Moving on to blue. All right, blue is actually deeper than it typically tends to be. Double Surveillance Cam. Bespoke Bow. Mondo Gecko I don't really love. Oospill is good. Donatello, Return to the Sewers, and in Sealed Deck, some number of Stockmen can of course be completely playable. Taking a look at our black, wow, it's Dream Beavers and nothing, and 2 removal spells and a bunch of Tunnel Rats, so unlikely to be playing black. Our red looks wildly unplayable. There's a Mouser Foundry and double Bot Bashing Time, but that's basically it. And taking a look at our green, we have, oh man, not a whole lot. Okay, so based on what I'm seeing here, I mean, we got to take a look at some of the uncommons here as well. But, okay, the uncommons are not really helping us. Triple Mechanized Ninja Cavalry is a thing. And remember what I mentioned that black was not very strong either. Wow, this sealed pool just looks kind of like a blank overall. Like, there's just not enough ramp to do the ramp thing and try to play the Krang. And I'm struggling to figure out where this will do well. Maybe it's a blue-white deck. Like, I saw some blue cards I liked, and I saw some white cards I liked, but do we have enough creatures? All right, well, let's clean this up and see where we're at. I mean, taking a look at this, it's like green is certainly just not really a consideration here. And like I mentioned, the red was also pretty bad. So that leaves us kind of the Esper colors to consider. And like I mentioned, black has 3 cards I like. And I don't know that white is deep enough. I mean, it could be. But what do I get from playing black? I get a 2 removal spells and a Dream Beavers. I don't have... Do I have a lot of things to sneak in? I have like the Last Ronin's Technique and a Leonardo. And I suppose a Foot Ninjas that I can sneak in as well. What do I get if I play the blue? I mean, the thing that really pulls me into blue is the double Surveillance Cam, but noting that there's not like a ton of creatures here, but okay, Go Ninja Go. Like the Mechanized Ninja Cavalries are certainly nice. But yeah, I mean, white is certainly one of our deepest colors. And of course, we're going to be looking to play the Don and Leo here. So, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, if you think about it, all I need is a good support color to go with these white cards. I have 15 playable cards in these cards here on the left, and I'm reasonably happy kind of playing all of them. I mean, how many of these blue cards do I even want to play? Mondo Gecko, no. Double Blue's too hard for to consider for Mondo Gecko. I'm not milling people out here. We're going to play like 1 Stockman at the most. Utrom Scientist looks kind of weak. So these are like 8-ish cards that I might play. Foot Ninjas is like a 4-drop, I guess. This is not a Krang situation. We're not doing Pizza Face. Slithering Cryptid, I guess, is technically a blue card. There's also Splinter here as well. I don't think I care for Ice Cream Kitty or Mouse. Okay. Wow, this is just a really, really... I mean, it's not like I'm getting a lot of great stuff in either direction. So black gives me access to Shredder's Technique and Anchovy and Banana Pizza, but the thing is, if you look at my white cards, I already have more than enough removal. I have a Dimensional Exile, double Uneasy Alliance, Grounder for Life, and Make Your Move, so that's 6 interactive spells. So I actually think I would rather play blue-white, because this gives me a different way to kind of approach these different matchups here. I might actually play the Foot Headquarters just because it makes Splinter easier to cast. No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. What am I saying? No, this is just the Plains. Okay. Yeah, something like this. All right, well, I think this looks a little bit better because, like I said, I get Surveillance Cam. I just have more, different ways to interact with my opponent. I have counter spells, bounce spells, ways to draw cards. So I think this is a little bit more well-rounded. And noting that I know Splinter is more difficult to cast in this configuration, but I can actually make my ninjas unblockable, which I think is actually relevant with cards like Foot Ninjas, Dawn and Leo, and Jenica. So yeah, I mean, I think blue-white is kind of what we want to be doing here. So let's just continue to... I probably won't play the Stockman. I don't think... Like, I already have these 2 Jenicas here for land cycling. The question is this configuration... Does this configuration have enough creatures, right? 12 creatures? It's kind of light. Kind of light. 12 creatures plus Last Ronin's Technique, so that's 13. Is there anything I'm not playing? Okay, Utrom Scientist might need to get back in, along with Stockman. I'm not a big fan of April. It's just so hard to get her to connect. There's also Foot Elite, which is an underwhelming but fine playable card. Raph and Leo, really hard to cast. Not enough upside, in my opinion. I do have 2 TCRI buildings, so I could consider a red splash. I do have a Go Ninja Go, but I don't need that type of effect again. All right, let's cut Mind Transfer Protocol. Like, I have way too many spells. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 spells. So I got to start looking to cut some cards. Bespoke Bow is nice. Kind of like all these cards, to be honest. And then again, the last Ronin. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It might be the Ooze spill just from a mana perspective. If I'm playing 8 islands, do I really want to play this card? I feel like I might just I would rather have all these other interactive spells. I don't know. Actually, with all my removal, I can probably cut the Make Your Move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 7 removal spells and 2 surveillance cams. And then I'm going to put all my maybe cards on the right here. So got to cut 3 of these cards here on the right. It's still probably Stockman. Think I like High Flying Ace more than a lot of these other options. I think the Scientist is probably pretty bad. And I kind of need these 3 mana creatures. Like, our curve isn't even that perfect. I guess I have a couple of land cyclers, and I don't really have like a million mana sinks. I could cut up Plains. These get me white sources, so it's like 8 white sources plus 2 Jenicas. And because I don't have like a ton of things to do on 2 anyways, it's not like too bad for me to just land cycle for a Plains here on turn 2 with the Jenica. So, all right, here we are. Blue-white, not really an archetype that you consider all that often, but I think this is what's available to us. It's not a perfect deck by any means, but let's give it a whirl. All right, now before round 1 starts, I did want to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Really appreciate your support. Access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to join a wonderful group of folks also looking to up their limited game. All right, opponent on the play here. We have 3 lands and some spells. Certainly going to keep this. Oh, wow. We drew a 1-drop. Well, our curve looks awesome here. It's a little deceptive because this is not quite how I would have expected our deck to play out. Zoo Escapees is the play from the opponent. Let's play the land. Attack. Let's play Mechanized Ninja Cavalry. Remember, the Leonardo I can get first strike, so they can't really block with the Escapees. April O'Neil, okay. Little green-white versus blue-white action round 1. Wouldn't expect that. What the hell is this? Okay. Guess we attack. There's just no way they block, right? Let's play Foot Elite, which does a really good job of just blocking everything. The next turn we can, if I don't draw land, I can certainly just like plain cycle the Jenica here to ensure we don't miss any land drops. 5 cards in hand. Uneasy Alliance on the Foot Elite, and they still keep attacking me with the Zoo Escapees. All right. And we drew Return to the Sewers. What do I want to do? I think I'm just going to play the Uneasy Alliance on April O'Neil and get in there. So why don't we go ahead and plain cycle. Target you. And you know what? If it's a race you want, it's a race I will give you. Primordial Pachyderm, sure. Look, they're going to attack me. Oh, wow. Look at the restraint. What do I want to do here? I'm thinking about just putting the Pachyderm on top and then putting a counter on the token here and attacking. Put you on top. Put it here. And attack. Okay. Now that's cleared the way because now they're going to play this and then I'll just kill it. Okay. If I draw a land, I can, like, pick up Leonardo, Last Ronin's Technique, do all that kind of good stuff. Never mind. Primordial Pachyderm, and we are out of action. We are definitely out of action. This is where picking up... I mean, this is where, like, drawing Splinter would be nice, right? Just finding ways to push damage through. Primordial Pachyderm is the play from the opponent. Yeah, I mean, perhaps this Uneasy Alliance I'm going to regret. Man, they just make like the most aggressive attacks. I mean, I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, but 2 cards in hand. All right, Surveillance Cam was certainly a good draw here. Get some card flow going. Okay. Let's tap you down. And we drew Foot Ninjas. 15 life. They have 2 cards. I think I'm just going to cast the Foot Ninjas here. I mean, they have large green monsters. Dimensional Exile, that's brutal. We're taking so much damage here. All right. We're at 10 life. We drew another land. My opponent forgot to exile with Uneasy Alliance. Ground Chuck and Dirtbag. Holy smokes. You know what? I can actually draw a counterspell here, so let's give ourselves that out. All right. We did not. Okay, so we can tap that. Now I can flicker the Foot Elite. But I don't have anything else that comes into play with an ability, unfortunately. Ho ho ho! Wow! Uneasy Alliance, what a draw. So now I can put that on the Ground Chuck and Dirtbag. We're at 10 life. I mean, I'm never blocking these things, that's the thing, right? Okay, we'll play Dawn and Leo. Artifact and creature. Let's untap a 1/1. Oh, wait, I can untap both. Excuse me. Right, because it flickers it, so it leaves play and enters the battlefield. Alright, Mikey and Leo. Okay. One card in hand for the opponent. It's a close one. Alright, we have officially somewhat stabilized. Okay. I don't have great attacks here. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Ground Chuck and Dirtbag. And yeah, like I mentioned, they're at 9. I'm gonna probably crack this end of turn. But like I said, I don't have a fantastic attack here. Let's just target that and nothing else. Actually, it doesn't really matter. Sure. All right. Why the hell did they attack? Oh, I needed to tap this down. I don't know why I clicked through that. Okay, let's block here. Oh, excuse me. Let's block here. Block here. Oh. What is wrong with me? I thought my Dawn and Leo blocked. What is wrong with me? Okay, I am playing like a loose goose right now. I literally don't have words to describe how poorly I think I'm playing. This is horrible. Okay. Oh my gosh. I mean, that's embarrassing. I just, you know, is this me just like getting older? I'm literally just misclicking. It's really concerning, honestly. I should have tapped this. There's just, oh my gosh. Okay. Well. Let's make this indestructible, I guess. Saved by the shell. Oh, they're drawing a card. Oh my gosh. Alright, I got bailed out there. That was awful. My bad, folks. I mean, I think we were playing like an okay game. Not the best game, but I think we were playing an okay game until that point. Do I want this card? I just don't know what to cut for it. Nah, I have enough removal. Alright. Alright. Wake yourself up. We got this. We're 1-0. Let's play a clean game the rest of the way. Let's just say I had a senior moment. Alright, opponent on the play. We have 3 lands, no 2-drops, but our deck just naturally doesn't have a lot of 2-drops. But hopefully we can get Okay, no 2-drop from the opponent, so that's great. So maybe we can get a little bit of tempo back here with the Bespoke Bow. That is a Weather Maker, which I can bounce once they get it up to like 2 counters. So let's play Splinter. Okay. Old Hob, sure. We'll block, of course. Okay, well, I can't deal with the Old Hob right now. Alright, well, I guess I can't do much right now. I am going to just pass. I have Grounded for Life for the Old Hob if it chooses to attack. If my opponent chooses not to attack with Old Hob and just tries to save their token, then I'm going to just cast Last Ronin's Technique. Everything Pizza, huh? Okay, they went deep. This is a red-white deck with Everything Pizza. Okay. Weathermaker, sure. I mean, I feel like they're going to want to use 2 mana here to at least... oh, I guess they could use the mana from the Weathermaker, but, you know, at the same time... Okay, this all makes sense. They're actually letting it die? Okay. I think it's actually better to just cast Last Ronin's Technique, because I can use Grounded for Life next turn, and play Bespoke Bow. The Neutrinos, okay. Alright, so this thing is on 2. That's not nice. Alright, I can pick this up. This can deal 3 damage to anything, but I guess there's nothing really worth killing on my side. Also, they're really close to being able to Everything Pizza me. It's just, do I want to get rid of this Neutrinos? And by get rid of, I mean, do I want to bounce it with the bow? I think I do. I mean, there's 2 really valid targets, for sure. Alright, let's go with that. Rock Soldiers. That is a magic card you are allowed to play. Alright, Mechanized Ninja Cavalry. And wow, Dawn and Leo. Now, I don't have anything... Well, it would have been nice if the Bespoke Bow was on the battlefield, but I don't have anything crazy here. Target Ninja can't be blocked. 15... No sneaky shenanigans. I don't want to, like, pick up the Splinter. I'm just going to gain to 10 life here. And pass. I can start making it unblockable next turn. And that's a 3-turn clock, technically speaking. And then next turn, I can play Dawn and Leo, blink the Foot Ninjas, and use that to gain multiple amount of life. Utrum Scientists. What? I guess they're like blue-red splash. Well, I don't know. I don't know why I'm trying to make sense of things. All right, Neutrinos. Oh, they use this for mana, sure. Rock Soldiers getting in. I mean, do these tokens do anything for me? Sure. All right, so... There's no way to gain like a gazillion life off of this, right? Alright, 2 cards in hand for the opponent. They did have the removal spell there for my Leo, which is unfortunate. Then they played Dawn and Raph Hard Science, which is also kind of a mediocre card. But they get to Neutrinos me with the Utrum Scientist, which is pretty good. So they are maximizing on the cards in their deck for sure. And sequencing things quite well. Taking 6 damage here. And... for us, don't really have a whole lot of great options other than just trying to muck up the board here. Oh! I didn't realize that I get 2 triggers off the Splinter. Now the question is, am I interested in the unblockable here? I think so. We're pretty far ahead on the race. And if they try to blink the Utrom Scientist, I can still just block to kill it when it attacks. Weathermaker on 1, so not concerned about that killing anything just yet. And they're still a 4th mana source away from doing something with the Everything Pizza. I wonder what they're going to target with the neutrinos here. Because I can just block. Oh no, I can't block because it becomes a 3-power creature. So they're probably going to flicker like Mechanized Ninja Cavalry or something. The problem here is I can just make 3 things unblockable, and obviously that means they take a lot of damage. So for them, it might be in their best interest to flicker the Utrom Scientist anyways, just to make sure that I can't attack with an unblockable Foot Ninjas next turn. And that's what they're doing. I don't think they're going to tap High Flying Ace down. Yeah. Alright, we drew another land. So 2, 4, 5, 6. Unblockable. Unblockable. That is not a ninja. That is a robot. Flying. Flying. Can't be blocked. Flying. Can't be blocked. Alright. Look at Splinter doing some work. High Flying Ninjas. Look, we're not doing anything fancy here. We're just trying to sneak some damage through. Life totals are 19 to 5. Raphael Tough Turtle does not get it done. And this is simply not enough damage. And that is game. All right, well, look, we played against a scrappy deck. We have a bit of a scrappy deck ourselves. And we gotta keep fighting the good fight here. 2-0. All right, on the play here. Ooh, look at this. A rare, good, curvaceous, aggressive start. Actually, this is our 2nd time in 3 games, so that's pretty lucky. But on the play, turn 1 Leonardo into turn 2 Mechanized Ninja Cavalry is great. Oh, wow. Into a bespoke bow if I need. And I'm not going to get greedy and sandbag the Mechanized Ninja Cavalry because I have the Splinter. I think that's just not a good thing to do. Alright, blue-red, what you got? Buzzbots, sure. I think that is... Sure. They were really afraid of whatever I could play this turn, but I think I would have just traded with one of these, to be honest. What? Do they have a Dawn and Leo? What's happening over here? Given that they blocked with the Buzzbots, like, I'm just going with play pattern here. I don't think I wanted to attack with the Leonardo. I think they were just going to block to try to get tempo back again. Their deck looks solid, though. Manhole Missile, Buzzbots. Just a nice blue-red artifact shell. Mouser Foundry, sure. At this turn, they should probably just block my 1/1, to be honest. Okay. So are they going to sneak something with this Mechanized Ninja Cavalry? Like, why are they not blocking? April O'Neil. Why are they not blocking with this? I'm still genuinely confused. Okay. Well, I certainly need to kill this April O'Neil. Yeah, they just cost themselves like 1 damage there for almost no reason, I want to say. Maybe they had a sneak card. But just feels like their late game is going to completely outclass ours from what I'm seeing. So, yeah, it was just a little bit weird for me to see them do something like that. All right, so no good attack here. They're at 8 life. I think it's just Don and Leo. No attacks. Target this. Target you. Sure. Why does it trigger twice? Oh, Splinter, right. I'm just blinking stuff to blink things. Let's blink the Donatello, of course. All right. Well, this is a really good board, and now they're not really in position to play the Donatello because we can just get in for so much damage. We have lots of options available here to us. If they can't kill Don and Leo plus Bespoke Bow is obviously extremely strong. Also, their deck's insane. Donatello does machines and April O'Neil in your blue-red deck. That is nice. Looks like they're looking to just get some jump blockers back. Okay, Utrum Scientist, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? I guess if they have a land, they can play both. Nope. Alright. We drew Foot Elite. We have Last Ronin's Technique. Lots of good options. 4 damage unblockable. 6 damage unblockable. 4 damage. Let me think. Oh, this deals 3 extra points of damage too, so that's pretty nice. I don't think I have the ability to do it this turn though. The question is if I want to make this unblockable. Actually, I think I just want to make this unblockable. So they're going to go down to at least 6, and then I have to decide if I want to play out a Last Ronin's Technique or a Foot Elite. Foot Elite's really nice. Just makes it so that I can get in for potentially 5 points of unblockable damage next turn. And then remember, I can flicker the... Yeah, I mean, they should block with the token too, I think. I don't have enough damage here. Artifact, creature, artifact, creature. All right, so now everything's untapped. And we have a great board. So it's like, if they need to kill Don and Leo and Splinter here. I think actually at this point, Splinter is more of a problem because they're at 4 life and I have all ninjas in play. So I think this is probably just a little bit too much for them to handle. All right. 3-0. Happy enough to, get fortunate enough to get some of these really aggressive starts here. And let's continue winning. All right, opponent on the play here. We have 4 lands, Uneasy Alliance, Foot Elite, and Return to the Sewers. Certainly going to keep this in a Bespoke Bow. I will say already at this point, this deck is far exceeding what I would have expected for it. So obviously we still have a long way to go, but you know what? If you were to tell me, hey, you got 3 wins with this, I'm okay with that. I am absolutely okay with that. Another blue-red deck here. Next turn, I should probably play Foot Elite. I mean, obviously, it just depends on what they play. Turtle Van. Well, that's not great. Given that they played Turtle Van, I think I'm just going to pick it up. Just try to slow things down a little bit, and then probably just cast Return to the Sewers, honestly. Oh, wow, double? Double spell? That's not allowed. Oh, that's a Donatello. What does this do? Then if that creature's mutant or turtle, double the number of +1/+1 counters on it. Yeah, that card is good. Sheesh. Yeah, this is one of those games where like things can get really, really out of hand and snowball out of control. I'm playing the Donatello to give myself a higher chance of being able to draw land number 5. I think that's going to be pretty important here, given that I had a Ninja Cavalry plus Ooze Spill. I also have an Uneasy Alliance. If they don't have a way to kill the Donatello, then, you know, like, it's still bad for me, but at least I have some answers next turn. The problem is, like, you know, this Mechanized Ninja Cavalry is going to be a 3/3. Yeah, this is where just not having the ability to kill vehicles, I guess, again, another instance where make your move would be insane. Yeah. I mean, look, this is the type of start that is really, really hard to come back from. And losing to this is fine. And that's the thing with these types of events. Because it's best of one, it's like, sometimes you're just going to get tempoed out like this, and it's going to be brutal. Right? Absolutely brutal. Let's play a Foot Elite to block. I mean, I know this is like the most obvious thing in the world, but like at the same time, I'm enough behind to the point where, you know, I'm going to keep up Grounded for life here and hope. And hope that they don't have a way, like hope that they didn't have this start with double interactive spell, right? But they also have Bespoke Bow, which they certainly have the mana to use, so all kinds of trouble here for us. Why are they tapping that? Okay, so they also have Ooze Spill? Okay. Well, you know. It is what it is. Oh, they didn't also have Ooze Spill, okay. Maybe something else. Alright, we're at 9. Turtle Van has put 3 counters on things, and this is a ginormous board. And we obviously still need to find a way to survive this board. We're at 9 life. What do I want to do? I can certainly put Uneasy Alliance here and play Mechanized Ninja Cavalry. That gives me a lot of blocks. And then I can play Surveillance Cam. That lets me play 3 things. I think that's okay. Two cards in hand for the opponent. Let's hope that they're out of Gasp. Because this is... They have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 power potentially coming in. All right, what am I tapping? I guess it's the 4/3, right? Wow. Let's block here and block there. Okay. Retro Mutation, sure. Okay, they have nothing left. Oh man, this is still a lot to handle. I do have a Donatello Turtle Techie, but don't know that that's enough. I'm gonna play it and hope to draw like another relevant threat here. I mean, I'm not technically dead on board. The land makes me much closer to dead on board. Alright, what did you draw? Blue, blue, blue? Metalhead? Okay, yeah, that gets it done. Alright, good beats. I mean, just blue-red. A little too much pressure for me to overcome. And we are now 3-1. Man. Alright, opponent on the play here. This hand is completely fine. 3 lands, Grounded for Life, Dimensional Exile, Splinter, and Ooze Spill. Can't play the Splinter yet. But we do have 8 white sources in our deck and 2 copies of Jenica. Alright, we're going to keep this. Ooh, we drew a 2-drop. That's great. What if they play like a Frog Butler? I was just like, do I kill it? I don't think I kill it, but always something to consider. Our hand certainly has a lot of good interaction. You just passed? Okay. This is kind of a greedy line, but I'm hoping to try to get something with this Ooze Spill. I mean, literally anything. Like I said, literally anything. I mean, I know they're baiting it, but like I just can't leave mana on the table there and do nothing, you know what I mean? I bet they're very proud of themselves. They're like, ah, I knew he had the counter. Got him to use it. What is this attack? Oh my gosh, okay. I mean, I thought it was just a sneak spell, you know what I mean? Alright, I guess they don't have a sneak spell. We don't have lands, though. That's the unfortunate part for us. Shredder Unrelenting. Three cards in hand for the opponent. Okay, I guess if we draw a land now, we can kill the Shredder. So I guess they did have a Shredder. Alright. Let me think. Let's get Photo Elite down. I kind of want to be able to sneak the Leonardo in instead of just cast it. Not sure if that's 100% correct, but it seems like a very, very strong ability. Alright, Ice Cream Kitty, okay. Ooh, is this a triple spell turn? It might be. We'll see. Alright. Make this unblockable, so they're not going to block this. Oh, no, no. But I don't want to return this. So then they're going to block this and whatever. Let's just target this and see what they do. This makes the most even distribution of damage. Okay. And then now let's sneak this. I think that's lethal. Oh, I guess they can sacrifice the Ice Cream Kitty for life. Okay. They should have still sacrificed this, right? Oh, it's a tap effect. Never mind. Look, if you're gonna emote me, you just get emoted back, you know? Their deck looked fine. Yeah. Totally fine Golgari deck here. We just had a really solid draw with lots of interaction, and we were able to get it done. All right, 4 wins. So we got almost all of our gems back. So happy enough with that. You know, anything else beyond here, it's just a little bonus. All right, opponent on the play, 2 islands and a bunch of cards I can't cast. So I guess we mulligan that one. We'll keep this. And let's put... I think I'm going to need the Jenica for mana. I think I like High Flying Ace better than... Well, on the draw, actually, I think I like Foot Elite better. Just because this is more of a defensive hand, and I like the fact that this has 4 toughness. Actually, who am I... What am I... Like, I'm not playing this, right? All right. Leonardo. Two, 4 should be able to do a pretty good job of blocking the Leonardo. This is a nice little combo, by the way. Surveillance Cam plus Grounded for life. You got me. They're like, wow, what the heck? Let's do this. Let's put a counter here. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. They got a little black-white sneak action, and we're trying to prevent them from doing some sneaky things. They just cast Splinter's Technique, by the way. So that's, of course, terrifying. All right. Foot Elite. There's no point attacking with the Foot Elite, right? I mean, other than to get an extra damage in with the Slithering Cryptid. Because they can just block with Leonardo. I want them to use a removal spell on Foot Elite and then Madame Null. Okay. 4 cards in hand. Let's kill that. Another Plains. Let's attack. And now we have Surveillance Cams to crack. Oh, wish I didn't Plane Cycle my Jenica. Okay. Krang and Shredder. That's a good one. They hit Donatello. Sure. Let's tap this down. Uneasy Alliance. That's great. They get to play a Donatello, which is good, but it's not. It doesn't at least. It at least doesn't draw them a card, right? Let me see. 20 to 14. And I'm not going to mess around. I'm just going to, like, play the Uneasy Alliance on the Krang and Shredder and just exile right away. The thing is, if they're going to sneak the Donatello, I believe the Donatello goes back to my hand. So I'm okay with that. Foot Ninjas, sure. Wow. Okay. Well, now we will, aggressively Surveillance Cam here. And the question now is, does Leonardo kill them? I don't think so. Five, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait, hold on. Creatures you control. So, oh, I should have targeted this. Okay, anyways. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I actually do. I should have done the math. I just did not think I was close to enough. But it was actually exactly enough. All right. Happy to get that one down. Defeated a Krang. Surveillance Cam. Thank you so much. Very strong. I think, again, part of why that card's win rate is so high is the ability to ambush opponent's creatures by untapping things. Like, I think that mode gets used quite a bit. And if your opponents don't play around it, it just leads to just absolute blowouts. If you ever eat a creature with Surveillance Cam untap, it's so hard to lose. It's like a 3-for-1. Alright, on the play here. Gonna keep this. 3 lands. Mechanized Ninja Cavalry, Splinter. We got a Jenica here as well. Island, Fugitive Droid. Okay. Fair enough. Alright, Mechanized Ninja Cavalry from us. Into Splinter, Radical Rat. And then if we just go like back-to-back lands, we get some extra value here off of the Splinter. Presumably they're on a blue-red shell here, and they are. Turn 1, Fugitive Droid into turn 2, Mouser Mark III. Nothing that I can do. Let's play Splinter. So if I miss on a land here, I'll probably Plane Cycle and then play the Cavalry to get an extra trigger here. Assuming they don't play like a spicy oatmeal pizza to kill it. Crustacean Commando is not quite as scary. Although they might make a large Fugitive Droid and then try to use that as a way to, you know, chip away at me while they're keeping everything else in check with their 3 toughness creatures. Surveillance Cam is interesting. But yeah, I cannot afford to miss a land drop here, so let's do this. Let's do this. And let's do this. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. We have Return to the Sewers, Last Ruins Technique, and Surveillance Cam as options. Bot bashing time. Alright, that's fine. They can't attack me. And now we are kind of at an impasse. I really want to fire this off. It's just such a good use of my mana, and I imagine they're going to allow me to do so. We'll see. I mean, even targeting Fugitive Droid isn't that bad. Right? It is a 2/2. But I don't get a mutagen token. So maybe for that reason it's not great. Alright. We're going extremely wide. The problem is, do I even have a way to like pump my team? Okay, well that's a grounded for life, so that gives me a little more flexibility here. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. I can just use grounded for life on the Fugitive Droid just to make sure that my other interactive spells resolve. But let's see what they do. Yeah, so let's go kill this. That's another island. Let's go ahead and bounce this. They could have like a Brilliance Unleashed or something, I guess. Okay, they didn't want it. And I'm not sacrificing the mutagen because they're just going to block the thing I move anyways. So just going to play it safe. Ren it. Okay. Oh, they get to bounce my token? Hold on. Return each other non-land permanent that entered this turn to its owner's hand. So hold on, I can actually tap this? And then it gets bounced to my hand. And then I can tap this too. Yeah. Alright. I mean, that got my mutagen token, but I get another Surveillance activation, right? 2 cards in hand, Mechanized Ninja. That's really good. Oh, General Treg. They're not going to sack anything, probably. Oh, sure. I guess it doesn't really matter that much regardless. Wow. That is unbelievably aggressive. This thing tramples, right? Okay. They know I have Surveillance Cam. It's like, it's hard to race a Surveillance Cam when I have a bigger board, but we'll see. I mean, I guess they're thinking maybe they need to try to close things out sooner rather than later. I don't know. Or they just knew they were going to top that Chrome Dome. I guess that's a thing. Okay, so they can copy General Trag, but it is legendary, so it's not quite as good as you would think. Let's just put it that way. They can sack the Chrome Dome, I guess. What happens if they copy the... They can copy it. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, I'm very lucky that the only artifact in play is that General Trag. Drawing the land wasn't bad because now I get to have a pretty wide board. Get him down to 3. Obviously, I'm making attacks to push damage through at the cost of a token, but now they're at 3. So they're in a tough spot here. Again, Chrome Dome can only copy other artifacts, and this is a legend. So it's going to be hard for them to close things out. And they drew a land, so I think that's it. And another win for us. Okay, we have 5 wins here. I would not have expected that with our blue-white special. And now we are playing for... Oh, wait. Did I missed the win. All right, we have 6 wins. We have a box. Yay! Yes, I'm so hyped. Oh my gosh. I literally thought that was win number 5. I'm telling you. I am losing brain cells as I'm 40 now, and I am just not as sharp as I used to be. I'll be the first one to admit that. Oh my goodness. All right, we got a box. Let's go for box number 2. Turn 1 Leonardo here. We got Grounded for Life, Bespoke Bow, and Jenica. Swamp is the lead for our opponent. We drew another land here, so now certainly not interested in land cycling the Jenica. Ice Cream Kitty is very good on this board. I will go ahead and bounce it, because I have nothing else to do. Next turn, if they play it again, I'm probably just equipping. But we'll see. We'll see what they play here. Yeah, Ice Cream Kitty. I mean, yeah, I don't really have other really good plays, so here we go. Obviously, if they kill Leonardo, it's a huge tempo loss. Stomp by the foot. Untap land next turn would obviously be great. Zoo Escapees into maybe Tenderize. If they do have it, they might want to use it right away. 5 cards in hand. I'm just going to chill. They could easily have a removal spell here, and if they did, they'll probably use it. Okay, they didn't. So if they have Stomp by the Foot, they would have used it that turn, sacrificing the Zoo Escapees on the Splinter. So obviously they could have like Anchovy and Banana Pizza or anything like that, but at least they don't have Stomp by the Foot, most likely. All right, land number 5 is the play here. Certainly expecting some large creature or a removal spell on the Splinter. That is a Madame Null, which is very, very good on this board. 4 cards in hand. Now I have some tricky decisions to make. Because I also think they could have Saved by the Shell. If I think they have Saved by the Shell, the best thing to do is just play Jenica. The way that I look at this is if they don't actually have removal and only a protection spell, then I can just start using Splinter to just like use the unblockable effect on Splinter and kill my opponent that way. All right, land number 6. Here comes some heavy hitters. Southwind Avatar. Do they want to take damage though? It's kind of rough with the Splinter in play. But they do have Ice Cream Kitty. So given that, maybe they want to... No, okay. I mean, this completely makes sense. Can't be blocked. Can't be blocked. This is going to allow me to play a little bit of offense and defense at the same time. I could have used Uneasy Alliance, but I'm saving that. If they want to be unusually aggressive here, then I can use the Grounded for Life. But maybe that's bad. Maybe Uneasy Alliance is just better. 2 Death Touch creatures, like Splinter, I am more or less all in on this Splinter. And because I have the Splinter in play, and because it's been, you know, it seems like they don't have a removal spell, it feels like that might force them to play a little more aggressively, but I don't know. Also, given the fact that I guess I can give Leonardo First Strike, they don't even have a great attack here, right? Unless they have specifically Saved by the Shell, which they've been kind of representing. But honestly, if they attack me with Southwind Avatar, I'll just block with Leonardo and just not blink about it, right? I just won't flinch unless they use their combat trick. Foot Ninjas is... wow, that's really good. Okay, well, now racing them becomes far more difficult. All right. Again, trying to play some offense and defense. Life totals are 8 to 16. Next turn, I can unblockable and get in for 9 damage. Tenderize on the Splinter. No, they found a Tenderize. Ah. Oh no, that's rough. That is rough. Okay, so now what do I do? 8 life. I have Leonardo. I can give it first strike. They can gain a bunch of life. They have a few death touchers available. Like, the thing is, Madame Null's pretty bad. So maybe they'll just... Like, how do they block this? I don't even know what I need to kill here. Whenever another creature you control dies, you get... Okay. Okay. So now what do I do? Do I kill Madame Null and try to get like a favorable exchange here? Or am I supposed to deal with the Southwind Avatar? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Alright. Yeah, that removal spell was clutch though. Really close game. A lot of back and forth. It really comes down to top decks. That was a really good top deck. Mikey and Leo. Okay, Michelangelo Mutant BFF. I do have the ability to block with Jenica. Never mind. Son of a gun. Okay. Alright. If that's how things go, that's how things go. Yep. Yep. Alright. Well, let's go Foot Ninjas, I guess. Move it here to have a good block. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. We need some Surveillance Cams to get us out of this. We had a nice aggressive start. Yeah, that was a real... I mean, the thing is, our opponent at one point had, like, no interaction, right? And then they got the Novel Nunchaku plus the Tenderize there as well. Tainted Treats. So they just ripped like 3 removal spells in a row. Okay. Unless they actually didn't care about the Splinter. Maybe they had the removal spells the entire time. Definitely possible. So it looks like they're considering moving the Nunchaku. I don't think that changes too much. They do have the Mutagen, which they almost certainly should use. Okay, so what is happening over there? What are they working with? You know what I mean? They kept up a mana. So do they still have that save by the shell that I think they've been holding? And do I want to use Surveillance Cam to try to push some amount of damage through? I gotta think here. All right, let's try to. You know what? Let's be aggressive here. Are they gonna take it? Oh my gosh. Okay. They're at 2 life. We get to draw some cards here off of the Surveillance Cam. Okay. 3 cards in hand. I mean, all we have are these 2 tokens, but they're at 2 life, so they have to be pretty mindful of how aggressive they choose to be. We need to find a way to sneak some damage through. So let's go to combat. We have another Surveillance Cam, so let's tap like this. And then let's tap down Michelangelo. 2 lands is not ideal, I will say. Just letting you all know, 2 lands is not ideal. I don't think they're going to attack me. And I need to draw something good. 9, 10, 11. Alright. Never mind. They played a million creatures. Ah, that's so rough. Come on. Oh, wait. Hold on. Is there a dream? Like, if I find 1 more removal spell off of the Surveillance Cam, I can win this game this turn. Do I go for that? I think so. I don't know that I'm going to get a better situation here. Let's tap you down. 2, 3, 4. Let's tap down Tunnel Rats because they can use that for value. All right, come on. Removal spell. No! Darn. That sucks. All right. So Frog Butler goes here. Frog Butler goes here. And 2/2 gets blocked by Mikey and Leo. That's unfortunate. Gotta do what we gotta do. All right, get the trades that we want. Those are their good threats. And then we will bounce something with this. I just don't know what. Is this leaves the battlefield? It's either Michelangelo or Zeus. The thing is, both of them gives them a mutagen. Yeah, let's just bounce. I mean, that was a 5/5 anyways. All right, really close one. Oh man, that surveillance camp gave me so much hope. At least we drew action. Very, very close situation here. All right, where are you putting the counter? They want to make a 5/5 here. Oh my gosh. Another uneasy alliance. Okay. I have access to 11 mana. They have 2 cards. This is 4 mana, 5 mana to get back. I can move this here to force a block. Or I can just play Foot Elite and just like bounce something. I think I'm going to play Foot Elite and bounce something. All right. What a game. Live totals are 13-2. I got a Don and Leo that's like bouncing things every turn, but none of their things are very good to bounce. But if I move the Bespoke Bow over to the... Okay, damn. Well, I'm glad I bounced the... I'm really happy that I bounced the token, right? Or the mutagen, because they would have gotten something out of this. How do I want to do this? Because they can get this back. So do I even have good attacks? If I move this here, make this unblockable. So this has to get blocked by like one thing. So if I attack with... So what if I move Bespoke Bow here? This becomes a 4/5. So that gets blocked by one thing. This gets blocked by one thing. And then this also has to get blocked. So all of my creatures have to get blocked. So there's no great block for them. You see what I'm saying? Like, Lord Dreg will die. Okay. Zoo Escapees stays around. Sure. Okay. Let's bounce this. It's still alive. Let's bounce the Tunnel Rat still. Just ties up 2 mana. All right, 2-13. I have 4 attackers. If they play another creature, I still win. Let's move this here. Play a land. Attack. Make this. All right, we got so many unblock. We have so many lethal attacks. Are we gonna win 2 boxes? Let's go! Don and Leo solving all of our problems. Man, I would not have expected to win 2 boxes with this, but you know what? Sometimes you draw really well, you play reasonably okay, and you make things happen. Blue-white, everybody. Blue-white. I mean, there were some dicey moments in that match. Where the surveillance with the back-to-back lands, like, I didn't know if I was going to get there. And honestly, we also kind of got lucky to not just play against all completely ridiculous decks. and that allowed us to actually come out ahead here. Taking a look at this deck here, fortunately, our white was really, really deep. So Leonardo, triple, Mechanized Ninja Cavalry, lots of interaction here, right? Our white was super deep, which meant that for our secondary color, we didn't really need that much. And shout out to Bespoke Bow plus Don and Leo doing some work. Surveillance Cams and Donatello to draw some cards. So we just had a smattering of blue cards to help support the really decent white base that we have. And if you look at this deck, it's, again, you know, we have the Don and Leo, which is a bomb. One of the best rares in the set. But outside of that, you know, this deck just kind of felt okay. There were lots of weaknesses. We didn't have a fantastic curve. We had 3 2-drops, 1 1-drop. You know what I mean? We're playing some number of filler. We had decent interaction, but this is not a deck that you expect to go all the way. This is a deck where you go, you know, if I get 4 wins with this, I'll be happy, right? But, you know, sometimes variance swings the other way. I've had absolutely incredible decks where I go 0-2, right? And in this case, I have a very average-looking deck winning it all. And there you go. So the good sealed luck continues here. This is now 2 play booster boxes and 3 collector booster boxes that we have won in a fairly low sample size. This, I believe I did 7 sealeds overall. And then I did 2 practice sealed events where I went 7-0 each. And again, this is coming out after qualifier weekend. I'm hoping qualifier weekend also went well. We'll find out. This is kind of a time-shifted video that I'm making, but hopefully we do well. But you know what? I'm glad that we were able to find the color combination and the plays necessary to kind of get us over that finish line. And we are 2 play booster boxes richer. Yes! Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Also go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Let's say this tournament didn't go so well for you and you want to just buy some boxes. Well, you can go to TCGplayer.com to buy play booster boxes or some singles for your constructed decks. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, go to heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are your one-stop shop for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and much, much more. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.